Hi guys, welcome back to Restart by Gordon Corman. We are moving on to chapter 22. We're going to hear from Shoshana now. In chapter 21, we left Chase feeling pretty depressed, feeling pretty low as he sat in that familiar space on his rooftop, thinking and reflecting upon how much that lie has cost him. I wonder what Shoshana's perspective is. Can you imagine how hurt she must be? How she had trusted this guy, even welcomed him into her home. Where do you think she falls on this? Sounds like if Chase has been kicked out of the video club that, she doesn't have a lot of nice things to say about him. In fact, if we recall from the last chapter, Mrs. DeLeo mentions that she called the Weavers, and they are just not comfortable with Chase being around. He's lost so much over that one lie. It's like that sometimes, isn't it? Page 179, chapter 22. Shoshana Weaver. I must be the stupidest person in the history of the world. I get straight A's in school, but obviously that doesn't mean anything. All it proves is that I know how to study for a geography test. As a judge of character, I guess I'm an F-. I let that jerk, that alpha rat, dupe me into believing that he was different, that he was a nice guy. Well, a leopard never changes his spots. That's figurative language. That's an old saying that you'll hear it say a tiger never changes his stripes, or a leopard never changes his spots, meaning people can't change. A leopard can't just lose its spots or move its spots around to be a different leopard. A tiger can't move his stripes around to become a different tiger. That saying indicates the belief that people never change. Do you believe that? Or do you believe in the capacity, in the ability for people to change? I think I believe that too. Well, a leopard never changes his spots, and that goes double for a scheming lowlife like Chase Ambrose. Falling off a roof, having amnesia, big deal. It doesn't mean you're not a rotten person today just because you can't remember being one yesterday. I can't even face my poor brother. And not just because his eye looks like it sustained a direct hit from a cannonball. It's all my fault. I'm the one who told my parents that the coast was clear and it was safe for Joel to come home. And I ended up bringing him back into the same line of fire that almost broke his spirit last year. I could kick myself, except for the fact that my toes are pointing in the wrong direction. Oh, I can't get anything right. It isn't just that Chase has got back to his bullying ways. It's that first he convinced everybody that he was a new person. And we went for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Well, not just me, but the video club, the teachers, Dr. Fitzwallace, the whole school. It must have been his plan all along to lull us into this false sense of security before pouncing one more time. And what a plan it was to ruin Brendan's video, wreck the music room, attack Joel, and blame the whole thing on an imaginary fire. Chase was behind it from the very beginning. From a strategy standpoint, you almost have to admire it. It sure succeeded with flying colors. And Joel has the colors to prove it. Black and blue mostly. I wish I could take my video project and flush it down the toilet. I'd rather lose all that time and throw away my best work I've ever done than have anything linking my name to Chase Ambrose. Compared to what's happened to my brother, the National Video Journalism Contest is about as meaningful as counting snowflakes in a blizzard. Meaning, not really. That's another reason to hate myself. that I would let my ambition to win a lousy contest make me so blind. I never should have allowed myself to be pushed into partnering up with Chase, no matter what Brendan and Ms. DeLeo said. I don't care that the project is on a really great and interesting guy. It wouldn't make any difference if we got an interview with all the signers of the Declaration of Independence, brought it back to life, and reformed it into a boy band. It just isn't worth it. For the smartest kid in school, Brendan is even dumber than I am. He got it in his thick head that there's a chance that Chase might be innocent. I don't know, Shoshana, he insists. It was Aaron and Bear who busted up the chute. Chase could have been trying to stop them. Oh, sure, I return. And he just happened to show up at exactly the right moment? He didn't show up, he argues. I sent Kimberly to get him. Joel said you didn't send for Chase. They did. There was a lot going on, he admits. It's hard to remember. I think they sent her first and then I did. Why couldn't you go yourself? Because I was stuck in the tuba, he replies, as if it's the most natural thing in the world. Happens to everyone, right? Listen, I tell him, my poor brother has a technicolor face, courtesy of that guy that you say might be innocent. That could have been an accident, a tug of war with a fire extinguisher. Maybe Chase was trying to protect Joel. I roll my eyes. Well, let him protect somebody else. When it came time to lie his way out of the blame, he was right there with Aaron and Bear. That's all the proof I need. Oh, I know what it looks like, he agrees reluctantly. But doesn't Chase deserve the benefit of the doubt? Listen, I challenge. If what you say is true, then Aaron and Bear set him up and nearly got him kicked out of school. And where is he this very minute? At football practice with the same Aaron and Bear, who should be his worst enemies. What does that tell you? Well, it's not like he can come to video club anymore. And in the cafeteria, I persist, who does he eat lunch with? The football team. Page 182. We won't let him at our table. We're protecting Joel. That's the real meaning of protection, not cold-cocking somebody with a fire extinguisher. I'm so mad at that jerk, and you should be too. He's like a cobra. Ooh, that's a good simile. He's like a cobra, implying that he's mean and sneaky and will strike fast. He lured us in until we trusted him. Then he struck. And now he's slithered back to his old life as if nothing ever happened. Joel may be the one who's bleeding, but the attack was on all of us. And he agrees. Brendan knows I'm right, however much he wants to convince himself that Chase is innocent. The whole club knows that we're better off without a guy like that. So how come his name keeps popping up again and again in our meetings? That camo work looks a little shady. You've got to keep it smooth like Chase. Yeah, I mean, that's a cool shot, but Chase's idea was to film it worm's eye view. The kid's a mumbler. You can hear the audio clearly because Chase lay on the floor and held the microphone up just out of frame. Can we please quit talking about Chase Ambrose? I explode. He's not a god. He's just a person. And a lousy person at that. He belongs on the football team with those other muscleheads. Actually, he belongs to a slab of concrete at the bottom of the Marianas Trench. But I'll take the football team if that gets him away from us. Joel has been silent through all of this, and now he speaks up. Am I the only one who's noticed that video club has gotten kind of lousy? What are you saying? I demand. He shrugs. We all watched Warrior. It's fantastic. Nobody's doing that kind of work anymore. I'm furious. You think it's because we don't have him? My brother looks at me with his one good eye. Just because I hate Chase Ambrose doesn't mean I fall to pieces every time someone mentions his name. Go ahead. Talk about him. I can handle it. This isn't last year. No matter what, I'm not going to be chased out of town again. That's clever. We slap him on the back and pound his shoulder. A few of us even cheer. It almost reminds me of a football team, although I'd never admit it. Ms. DeLeo gives him a big hug. Maybe I can stop beating myself up for getting Mom and Dad to bring him home from Milton. The very worst happened and he's okay. I look at my little brother, 14 minutes younger than me. He's growing up. Oh, so sweet. I love Joel's tenacity is the word I want to use. That's not a fourth grade word, but that means excitement and determination, persistence. I really like that about him, tenacity. He's not giving up. He's going to persevere. He's going to muscle his way through this tough time because he knows that he's a good person. But I wonder if he has some questions about Chase. It sounded to me like he wanted to invite Chase back into the video club. How will that affect the rest of the story? I can't wait to find out. All right, guys, check to make sure that there is an assignment to be completed. If there is, you need to get on it now. If not, move on to your next task. Hope you have a great day.